The Global Latin Factor Podcast.
That would be pretty cool though, because they did that. It's not a song. It's actually what it is. Like what they do. It's called a conga, and a conga is pretty much just like
just the rhythm,
and then no words, nothing. Just people jamming out and people just dancing.
Gloria Estefan, right?
Yep, Gloria Estefan does the congo.
Yeah,
la conga, and then all it is just freestyling. People just usually do it at the end of the night.
Yeah.
When they're about to finish the session, they just jam out. They do this thing, and then everybody just going crazy dancing.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Or
I was thinking of
probably do that.
Cumbia. I'm surprised y'all don't have it. Let me show you. Jared Crispin. The Global Latin Factor. Yep. What about the cumbia trap reggaeton? Sounds pretty cool. I feel it would be something like that.
Yeah, I'm working on something like that.
Because honestly, it's not about the lyrics no more so much as you want it to. It's just about a catchy something.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Catchy phrase.
And what about the timing of your songs? What are y'all working on? Because right now, you know, the attention span of a human is like minimal.
Yeah.
Like I earlier asked you a question about the name, and then I asked you again about Se me fue de volada, and I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, what did I just do?
Yeah.
But what are y'all working as far as the length though? Because even the rap videos now are just a whole lot shorter than it's like a verse, hook, verse,
2 minutes.
And it's also a strategy for more plays.
Yep.
Because the song is lit, you know, you gotta play it again.
Yep.
Because it's only like 2 minutes or a minute, so you're like, all right, let me play it again.
And they linked it with the merch too.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I'm all confused about that part. So you it's not a play anymore. It's not a stream anymore. It's like they linked it with a piece of clothing that you buy, or any kind of article that you sell, and it's counted as like a play. I'm like, what? Like, what the heck is going on? Yeah. Is that how it works now?
Like the bundles?
Yeah, like there's some kind of bundle, but it counts for like plays or you know,
CD sales.
Or CD sales. Yeah.
I don't know I don't know all that yet.
That's just so weird because it works like that now, right?
I gotta
it's
get
not
that.
necessarily music.
Yeah.
And that trips me out because what happened to the music? It's not about the music anymore. It's about everything else you sell with it, and it counts like a album sell. I'm like, but that wasn't an album. That was a shirt. Well, that was like a keychain.
That was a shirt with an album.
Yeah, that was a shirt with an album.
But they just wanted the shirt.
They just wanted the shirt. They didn't care about the album. The album's probably they didn't even play it. They probably heard it on Spotify later on.
Yeah. So I guess that's why they're releasing all these shoes.
Yeah, things like that. It's all a thing which adds up. It's just crazy to me that it happens. But anyways, it happens. Okay, so you were saying, so y'all working on something. Mm-hmm. So as far as the timing, is it gonna be a factor for you? Have y'all thought about that part?
Yeah, it is. Like I said, I'm making songs shorter where they pretty much straight to the grano, you know, straight to it. Like I'll make like a short intro and then straight to the chorus, to the catchy part, and then add like a good verse, and then again, you know, chorus, and then just make the songs more of a catchy feel, and not so repetitive, and like as far as instruments. Because that's what I noticed with all the new modern music. It goes like that. So I think that's a new song structure nowadays that artists are following and producers are kind of looking into. So yeah, it'll be kind of smart of our part to kind of take that route as well.
Whether you want it or not, sometimes you got to go with the wave of the way that things are people. Because again, the attention span for people is just very short. Mm-hmm. It's just even 30 seconds, 20 seconds. That's why TikTok is so like.
Yeah.
And we used to make only a few seconds.
We used to make songs that were like four minutes, almost 5. But you know, we started noticing that over time those songs weren't really getting enough plays, just because they're too long, and the shorter songs were getting more streams. So, you know, that's why we also.
You know which songs can get away with that and actually be, and I haven't noticed recently because I really haven't heard, but country. The way the country structure is, it's a hook, verse, hook, bridge, hook, verse, hook, or somewhere in there. It has a bridge, always has a bridge, hook, verse, hook, whatever the case. But it's always that kind of structure, same. And it can go for about 4 minutes or so. And it's always, country is one of the most played genres. Is there for the same way that it is structured. And it can be that long, but it's just the way that it's structured, it works for country. Maybe I can do cumbia country. What?
I'm getting all these ideas.
I'm just kidding. But I'm just adding stuff and talk because I think we still. as far as sound, like I know y'all artists, I know that y'all creators and things like that. But sometimes we're so accustomed to the things that things are done, then and it's kind of not afraid, but it's weird how people are gonna take it, that we don't take chances to see, man, let's see what it does. Let's see what happens. Or why does it always have to be like that? Why can we do it this way, you know?
All right. Yeah.
Why can't it be like this way? Like Selena. Why does always guy like singing cumbia? Why can't it be a female? You know?
Yeah.
And then she took it from there. Or different things. Like Fonsi was doing all kinds of different things before he got Despacito into the reggaeton, cut off shirts and everything. Like,
That's true, right?
bro, you are not that guy. You used to be a different guy where you were singing all the other stuff. All of a sudden he became
guitar.
Reinvented himself and became something different. And we're like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's dope. So I think sometimes we just, there's the saying that people say about, think outside the box, but I think it's still limited. So like, why there's no box? There's like any direction that you can go, you can create, you can do whatever, because it's music at the end of the day, right?
Yeah. And I feel like also the audience, they grow and they kind of learn of new styles that are coming out, and so they get accustomed to that new style as well.
Yeah.
So whenever one of the artists that they follow starts doing it too, it's not weird for them.
Yeah.
Because they kind of know. They're familiar with that too, and if they've been following you for years, they've also been growing as you've been growing.
Yeah.
So it's not really complicated with that. It does get more complicated whenever you're trying to reach an older generation that kind of, they tend to just stay with like what they're accustomed to, and so change is pretty hard for them.
Yeah.
But whenever they kind of notice that it's not too different from what we used to play, then they kind of accept it, and they're like, okay, that sounds good.
So you're saying that even though you're trying to stay within the same one, because you don't want to have your following that you have, they're growing with you, they know your sound, and they have seen you evolve. So all of a sudden you give them something way off, and then they're just like, turn away.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't want to make that bridge too big. Too soon.
I got you. I see.
That's part of the reason why we're also releasing singles, just to kind of
test the waters.
But mostly just to kind of do, like, we're doing a Cumbia Urbana with reggaeton here. We're doing a Clásica Colombiana with some urban sound, like electronic sound, and then we're releasing another song with like EDM sounds, but same sound that we used to have, but with more sauce to it, and it still sounds the same, and the old following won't really know they can't tell the difference unless they really pay attention to it. But the new audience, the new generation, they kind of listen to it and compare it to the old classic cumbia, and they're like, that sounds different, so they get hooked to that, and that's pretty much where we're going with the new stuff, and it's why we're releasing singles like that.
Do you think, because having a hit is just, it's a strange thing, right? Because sometimes, like Ice Baby, he didn't even like that song. Like Vanilla Ice, he didn't like that song, but they put it in there. In the club, Dr. Dre didn't even like that beat. Like, he didn't even like, he was a B beat, and he gave it to 50, and it became what it is, It's so weird how certain things just lined up. Do y'all ever feel with intention trying to do a hit of like, well, of course everything's like, well, hope it hits really hard, but y'all ever set up like, man, I just feel like if we'll do something like this, maybe we'll get the hit that we want. So do y'all want a hit like that?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
We always whenever we write a song, we always have that mentality of making it a hit, and then but sometimes we do just kind of make music, and we're like, because we'll know of stories of songs that are released and they weren't even expected to be hits, but they are. Yeah. So we'll make a song, just, we'll still release it, and, just kind of hope for the best. If it hits, then it hits. And but we have coming, times where we release a song that we expect it to be a hit, but it doesn't do as well.
Yeah. There's a band that I did a episode on. They're called Los Altenticos De Cadentes. Oh, yeah. They're from Argentina. You know how long they've been around? 35 years. Yeah. And they have only, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I remember it was only about 5 to 7 projects. And you know why? Because those fools have not stopped touring since they started going. They say maybe one time they took 2 months break. But they had a couple hits. It took them a while to get a hit.
Yeah.
I forget what the name of the one that I remember the most. You remember the one song? Manera de amar. A mí me volvió loco tu forma de ser. That one. That was one of their bigger hits. And it took years for them to get there. And they got, I think in Argentina they're well played. But it's crazy to me they've been together for more than 35 years. But they don't have that many. Discography is not huge. Yeah. But they always tour. Always tour.
Always busy.
Always busy. And I think that's where he's at a lot of the times as far as touring, money-wise.
Yeah.
It's like you can go and get the hit and be booked all the time, or you can stay consistent with the touring and always have money, always be made, and always do well for yourself. Yeah. Is it a full-time thing for y'all now, or is it getting there, or is it better than it was 15 years when we got started?
It was more demanding when we first started. You know, we were playing Thursday to Sunday, at different venues. It is more exhausting too, but you know, I'd say it went down a little bit, just kind of cooled down. Usually,
is that because of the pandemic 2020? Is that we even prior to it started going a little bit strange?
In our case, it just kind of started, you know, slowing down a little bit. As far as cumbia bands here locally, you know, they're not getting booked as much as they used to, because now you have like the new generation that's into like norteño and banda, and they kind of booked more of that stuff. A lot of DJs now that are performing, and they offer more of a like a different type of show in the quinceañera, so we don't get as booked as much. But you know, I feel like after the pandemic, it has picked up a lot. We're pretty much, you know, filling up the agenda. It's kind of picking back up. So that's awesome. I feel like during this pandemic, people have kind of missed the live band feel and like cumbia bands. So I feel like a lot of venues are also hitting us up for that. So that's good. You know, I feel like it's getting in there.
That's awesome. So, and I hope y'all do get booked often, because again, nothing against the DJs, but I just feel like a band, live instruments is just like a whole different vibe. Like even the party, the people, the way they react, it's just, I don't know. Again, it's like the vibration or whatever. It just feels nice. Yeah, it feels really good. Whenever
we are at shows, we also try to interact with the crowd. You know, and trying to get them hyped up to put their hands up, and sometimes we'll go down.
Do y'all have your own DJ? Y'all never had the need to bring a DJ?
We've never had the need. Whenever we get booked for quinces or weddings, they're always like, I only want you guys, and I want you guys to play like both sets. Because usually whenever a DJ is there, we only play like one set, because there's not enough time for everything. So whenever they book us, that's all they want, just Gran Reyes all night.
Yeah, that's cool.
So
so y'all can go for how many hours you think I could play for a quince or anything? Because this is a long time. It's a long time, especially if they go until 2 a.m.
We do like 2-hour sets.
2 hours at a time?
Yeah, so 2 of those sets.
So you can do 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah.
Playing.
Yeah.
Gee, that's a lot.
We could probably do more if we take like a little bit of a taco break in between.
Yeah? Yeah, I don't get tired. I get tired just hearing y'all saying for 4 hours playing. Jesus.
Yeah, sometimes it gets tired.
It gets tired trying to keep up the hype, dancing on stage and like doing all that. But if it was just like us playing, just jamming out, I think we could do.
That's pretty
cool. A little bit more than 4 hours.
That's pretty cool though. Still 4 hours. I mean, again, I'm exhausted just hearing y'all say. I'm like, ya me cansé.
I've been interested because in Argentina they'll play like more than 7 shows a night. And
what do you mean?
Like bands. They'll play like 7 different venues.
Really?
Yeah, like more than 7. Because I'll follow a lot of the bands over there, and I'll listen to some of their interviews. But they'll talk about how they start like their night at 9. And they don't finish their last gig like at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And that's like a work day for them, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or Thursday to Sunday. So they'll go from venue to venue just playing.
Are you kidding?
45-minute sets.
Are you for real? So they do probably about an hour, 2 hours per show, per venue?
45.
45 minutes?
45, and then they'll jump on to the
next
venue, and then just, all over town.
Dude, can you think you can handle it? Hey, if you want the hit, okay, here's the thing about the hits, right? When you get the hit, because y'all going to get it if y'all stay with it. Yeah. Remember, everything else is going to come with it. Every gigs. Here in the DFW, y'all going to hit every little spot, everywhere. You ready for that? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. He say he's ready.
I think I can.
Think you ready?
I'm ready. I've been waiting for that moment.
That is wild, dude. That's a lot of venues, and I didn't even know bands did that.
Yeah.
You know?
But
And I think it's doable here in Dallas, but the scene's changed a lot here, even the clubbing part. Because the clubs are not popping as much. Bars and things like that are popping more for a little while, and it's just not the same. And then some concert places is just not doing things. Of course, pandemic-wise, but as far as like concert, there's only a few that do something, but that's it.
There's not many festivals like there used to be, like live music going on. Like bars have opted in and having DJs every night. Which, nothing against DJs. So. Yeah. I do appreciate all the DJs because that's how our first album got like so many plays, and it got the stream that it needed.
Did y'all got your music on the pools that usually DJs pull from? I think there's a couple pools that DJs use that they go and find new music.
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. I have to double check. You're gonna have to give me that link.
Yeah. Let me. I'll hit you up at a later time because I have a DJ. He goes to a certain pool.
All right.
They go, and that's where they find certain things. Sometimes they do go to YouTube or Facebook, but a lot of them go into like DJ pools that they pull from, and then there's a certain way to get your music in. I don't know how, but I'm gonna ask you how.
The way we used to do it back in the day is like
go to the CD.
Go to the
giving them CDs.
Give CDs, but there used to be like I guess like two different groups of DJs in Dallas, like in the Mexican, the Spanish market. So it's like you would give it to one DJ and he would give it to all of the DJs in those certain clubs. Then you'd give it to this other DJ and he would give it to the rest of the other clubs. So that's how like our music got spread so quick back in the day. And you would walk into a club and the first cumbia you would hear would be like Sonido de Tambor, like from our first album, and pretty much they would play all those songs throughout the night.
Yeah.
So it's like I always called that album the Club Bangers.
How do y'all feel like, I don't know how well people receive you, how artists or like famous wise, but how do y'all feel whenever people do get like kind of like a little bit starstruck whenever they see y'all try to take pictures and anything? Y'all get anything like that yet?
Occasionally.
Like at Traders Village when they ask for pictures.
Yeah. How do y'all feel? How does it make y'all feel?
I'm just chilling.
It feels good. I mean, it feels good that someone.
There's got to be a feeling though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like not super egotistical, but at the same time, like, man, all this work that we done 15 years, even if it's just one little kid that wants to take a picture,
like they admire you and stuff.
Yeah.
It feels good to me, especially because I make most of the music, so I'm like. I compose most of the music.
See, like, y'all stay over there. They wanted me for the picture.
They want the picture.
Oh no! But when people come up to us, I feel it feels good because you're like you've impacted someone with the music, and then sometimes we'll get people that tell us like very sad stories
that's crazy,
and they'll tell us how like they're always almost like they were always to that point where they were like committing suicide, but they discovered our music like out of nowhere, and then.
That's really happened.
Yeah,
a few times, or
it's I'd say like 3 people that we've met have come out to us like that. Yeah, and they've come across our music and they're like, I saw that you guys were from Dallas. They'll tell us, I'll see you guys from Dallas, and you guys were playing here, so I decided to come by and.
Really?
And it's like I saw you guys are real.
How does that make y'all feel about that? Because that's deep.
Yeah. So
I think that. Not whenever you go and prepare for music and doing your recording, you would never think like I'm gonna save somebody's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's it actually feels very good, and it makes me like very thankful for having this talent, and actually gives me more of a sense of why I have this talent, because it's like we're here to make music, but more than that, it's like to reach out to people and give them a good time, or like help them with any struggles with our music, Yeah. So it feels good whenever we reach out to someone like that, and like that we know that they didn't do anything bad to their health or anything just because they heard one of our songs. So it feels great. And occasionally they still message us, and like they still come to our show. So it feels great to still see them. Yeah.
You mind if I mean, I don't want to put them on blast or anything, but anybody that you, even if it's first name or nickname, they say shout out to them for jamming out to your music, or not really? I I don't want to put them on blast or put them in the spotlight, but you know what? Let's just do it in general. You know, shout out to them.
Shout out to all the followers.
Yeah,
everyone that,
especially the ones that were touched deeply. For the sounds y'all did, and it's crazy to me. Yeah. I would never think by the time that I interview you'd be like something so deep like that. And that's crazy because I wake up every day like I'm kind of, you could say, I believe in God. You know, if spirit, whatever you want to say. God, I'm a firm believer in it, you know. I feel it to my core. Even though I don't go to church and different things like that, just, my own relationship with it is just absolutely mine, and I feel like that's the way it should be.
Right.
But a lot of times, we forget and we take it for granted as far as life and how the things that people go through life, because we got our own thing, but we don't worry about sometimes what other people are going through, struggles and things like that. So when I wake up every morning, on my spiritual, my journey here, I say I know that I'm not immortal. I am mortal, and I will die one day. You know, I will depart from this physical body, and then people will be like, "Oh, you're weird. You're gonna die." It's not to scare me. It's just the fact that I'm mortal. I have a time here, and then whatever purpose it is, I feel like it's just living and doing what I do, and then for the fact that you know that you have a purpose to play music and that it can affect somebody and literally save their life, I think it's really deep. And it's cool. It's cool to hear, and I like that. I appreciate you sharing that.
After that, actually, it changed the whole perspective with music. Cause for a longest time, I was like, just making music for myself, for fun, and I was like, I was like, if it hits, if it hits, but if not, oh well. But I've kind of learned, and I realized that everything you do, you just got to put your heart to it, because you never know who you're going to touch with whatever art you're making. So
I think some of the reasons why I feel like certain things are hits is because they really, like, it sounds funny when people say speak from the heart or whatever. What does that really mean, right? It's whenever you really are delivering the thing, you really come in for everything within here, and it goes to the mic. And for whatever reason, when it comes out the speaker, people can feel it, and it does something to them that makes you want to like listen more or hear something to be like, I'm about to do something crazy to myself, but then all of a sudden something click in me. At the way that you deliver, all of a sudden it make me just snap out of it, like, hey, you know what? Let me just not. It's not that serious, So a lot of times they're not that serious. Yeah. And I don't eat meat. I'm mostly like, I was born in Mexico. Mostly you could say a vegan as far as my diet, but I felt like a lot of the times certain things like that help me with my mind, because not only and I sound like I talk about the same thing over, but it's just part of my life. I'm also a veteran, so I went to Iraq for about 10 solid months. I got deployed, and it was all voluntary. I put myself in that situation. Whatever. When I came back, I didn't feel like I was right as far as the way that I was acting, and everything else, like changing my diet and everything, I think is very important, and it helped me clear a lot of things. And I feel like for whatever reason, I don't know why I'm sharing with you this, but I'm just saying, I think the food itself, it's very important in people's lives, Right. And as far as people having depression and things, I just feel like it's a thing. It's a thing that's really connected. Because if they say you are what you eat, and all these animals are sad, then we eat them, then it makes you feel kind of sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard something weird. Like that. Yeah.
So I think, and even with little things like the music, it just can help you change, and it does influence people. So I'm glad. I'm glad that it did change people's life, that they're still here. Yeah. Because life is a beautiful thing.
It is. Yeah.
We don't take it for granted. That "Vivir Mi Vida" song from Mark Anthony, I think it really connected with people, because they really felt like they were related. They can relate to it, and at any situation where you were mad, sad, or whatever, you can you still connect with it, right? Whether you were going through a divorce, whether you were going through a breakup, when you were enjoying your relationship, when you were, going through anything, when people were disliking you, and all of a sudden you can connect. And I think hits like songs that connect with people, just they can feel that, Tips for a song later on for y'all to make, to be like, all right. So all your music can be found where can people find you, and all your social media? And is there anything else that y'all have that y'all wanted to say or talk or anything like that? No? You good? You were talking a lot, bro. You need to be quiet.
Be ready for the new stuff. Yeah, that new stuff's gonna.
A little bit of a different sound, but still y'all to the core y'all sound.
Yeah, definitely.
You?
Yeah.
Nothing more?
No.
No.
I'm just gonna try to write more.
You're gonna try to write. You know what I dislike? I dislike the word "try" for a long time. Because let me tell you why. Because I feel like trying is like you're already doing it. You know, you already do stuff. And trips me out because I think it does something to your brain to set you that you're gonna try, but it doesn't. You already do the thing. You already right. You know, attempt to do. I like to do attempt for whatever reason because I feel like your brain, you trick your own brain, your own psychology to not to do it, but technically you are doing it. You know, you're not you're not trying anything. You're doing the writing. Y'all doing the music. We're trying. No, we are doing. We executing. We're like literally are doing everything that we want to. And trying to me makes you, to me, feel like it sets you back. Now we are doing it. We are this.
Yeah.
Los Gran Reyes, and we are doing it everywhere. You know what I mean?
Just do it, man.
That's why you think Nike was so successful. Just do it. Because after a while, people making kids. You know, I think of this and that. Just do it. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, it's like, yeah, why am I making all these excuses? Why not just do it? Which it makes a whole lot of sense to it.
He says a lot of trying. I'll try it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
but that's the thing.
I think that's his way of saying, I'll do it. I'm gonna do it. But I'm always like, just do it, man.
I'm a firm believer in the words, how much power they have, you know, and how much our psychology can be affected by the things that we do. Like I don't talk to myself crazy. Like I don't call myself a tonto or anything like that. Yeah, I made a mistake. I own it, and then I'm like, I'm dope. Yeah, I'm good. I do that. You know, it took me years to get the podcast going for a little while because I've done different things, radio and different things, and I just know I always was like a part of a thing, but not my own thing. And I'm, you know what? Let me just do my thing because I wanted to do my thing, not because anybody else I want to be part of a group. Because I need to focus on the things that I want to do, and then I need to execute on to them. And it took a couple of years to get Carlos over here. He ain't even paying attention to what he's doing, but finally we got everything set up the lower, and then we finally got it going. And after again, you just got to do it. And it took me a little while to get it going, but I didn't say try. I said I'm gonna keep working at it until I got it, and I did it.
Yeah, you got something cool going on. I also like the logo, and
I appreciate it. I think he's a Latino vibe thing.
Yeah.
You know? And I got all the flags, except for one, but I'm not gonna say that somebody forgot. But shout out to all my Latinos and all the flags we got going on here. So okay, back. So the new projects are coming out, and I'll be on the lookout for it. Core to the core, y'all's rhythm with a little twist.
Yeah.
And people are gonna enjoy it. Where can people find your music?
Yeah, so I'll let Chris.
The streaming platforms, you know, Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, then probably YouTube also. I think
YouTube. Might pop have a lot of YouTube.
Yeah.
Y'all have a lot of YouTube.
I've made it to where we're everywhere, like on every platform.
You're Googleable.
Yeah. So just look it up on Google.
Los Gran Reyes, you know, very easy.
The website too. You have the website going as well.
LosGranReyes.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can find our stuff easier there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So people like to do this, and I don't mind doing it, but let's just say in 2 years, a short term, mi español y mi inglés intertwining. In 2 years, a short term goal, and 5 years, what do y'all see yourselves? All right. So 2 years short term, and then 5 years long term goal. What would that be?
Short term, doing the Mexico and Argentina tour.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like dedicated into getting that going. 5 years actually getting our music to like some of these award, getting that Cumbia category up there, kind of help get it in a category for like awards and get it commercial.
Yeah. Any religious at all, or like spiritual?
Yeah.
Or believe in manifesting or seeing things? I know so because of the way you talk. That's how you're grateful for it. That's a word. You know what I mean? You don't say that just because. You know, because you have an understanding of the reason why. So so I ever see anything like that? Just like literally see it, and I'm pretty sure you heard of it, the law of attraction and things like that. I think that movie or that movement is just like a little bit of a thing. That it could be a reality if you really put your like really see it and touch things, and as you sing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get a different vibe, and I think if y'all do those goals, like I think you feel like you're doing, then y'all are gonna be in Argentina and Mexico doing the thing.
Sure,
for real. And then the categories and being in like the Latin Grammys, so Premios Juventud or
Yeah.
things like that, they'll be like, yeah, I can definitely see it. If y'all see it and y'all can really touch it,
Yeah.
then it's crazy.
Definitely.
It's a weird thing that they say. So I be deep, bro. Sorry, and I know I'm interviewing y'all, but it trips me out. Certain things that certain people say, but they don't understand it, and it trips me out that they say right because we don't know. So a lot of people say pray, right? And they literally, if you're religious or not, it says, if you read the Bible, it says how to pray. But people don't know how to pray. What do they do when they pray? They ask. And it's not the way to do it. It says to say it like if you already have it, like you already own it, like it's already yours. It doesn't say ask anything or think anything. It says literally just say it like it's already, like call it into existence like it's already yours. And it literally says that, and people don't know how to do it. And even though it's there, I always say the same thing, that knowledge is not power. Knowledge is not then whatever you do with the knowledge is the real power, right? Because you can read every book there is, you can play every instrument there is, you can write whatever, but if you don't put it into practice to do things, that it's powerless. It's just sitting there, you know. That's the things that people don't understand. That they know they know that they're supposed to pray, and even though they read how to pray, but it trips me out. They really don't know how to pray. Like if you really, it's already yours. You claim it like it's yours, and literally take it with you, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then people trips me out. They read it and it just goes by. And it trips me out to me. So, you know, if y'all do believe in that sin, I think it will make a difference for y'all. And I seen y'all, and I'm going to apologize because I let y'all down before in some shows that we done because we had low budget and not engineering. And it wasn't that. But I appreciate y'all being professional and still rocking.
Right.
And I like y'all sounds. Otherwise, I wouldn't even approach y'all to try to even do anything.
We prepared. We actually upgraded our equipment so we can be prepared for those type of
for trial situation.
Yeah.
Well, I am thankful that I'm able to give y'all that experience, so you don't have to run into it whenever y'all run into people like us. Like, cause I've done shows before, and it wasn't prepared, and I was working with what I had, and I'm glad that you were professional. First of all, I know it was a little frustrating, but I do appreciate that because you were, but. They teach you a lesson to be ready. So you don't run into the situation with promoters that are not ready to bring you on and do a show. So thank you. I appreciate you.
Experiences.
Yeah, absolutely. Any last thoughts or anything else that you have?
Yeah, so I want to appreciate all the fans that follow us, all the people that listen to our music. Thank you very much for supporting, especially the Cumbia here in Dallas. Help us build that Cumbia scene here in Dallas because there's a lot of great musicians, a lot of Latinos that are trying to make it out here, and they require a lot of your help.
Absolutely. Yeah. And shout out to all the members. Y'all want to say their names real quick?
Yeah, for mi tío Pancho, my dad Agustin, then we got Gloria and Sara, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, we got a new guy.
Yeah, I think
we got Gabriel.
I think he's gonna be joining us.
Oh yeah,
we got
on trombone.
Breaking news here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
so I'll give it
exclusive trombone.
Yeah,
that's dope. So it's like a family affair thing.
Yeah,
really,
we're pretty much
family, right?
Yeah,
that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the Gran Reyes, and like every member that joins the band over time,
they get a tattoo of y'all.
Yeah,
they get the
so they leave. Either they gotta cover or be property. Nah, y'all gotta make it. Y'all make it property of Los Gran Reyes, like your equipment.
Yeah.
So if y'all leave, all right, y'all can go if y'all want to. It don't matter.
But
no. It's even better. Watch. This is what. Don't listen, band members. Y'all get them really drunk, right? Passed out. And then y'all do the tattoo on them and they don't realize it. And then y'all put it over here like in the lower back so they don't see it. And then before you know it, even if they leave, one day it was like, what is that? Property or Los Gran Reyes. Like, what is that? Like, I don't know. I don't remember. And that's how y'all make sure, like, oh yeah, y'all can leave if you want to, but y'all still our property. I'm just kidding. Y'all people, y'all are not things. But I appreciate y'all very much the time. It's probably going to release in a couple of weeks. The time we pre-record it. And we'll get it out to y'all so y'all can have something so y'all can put out the people want to know about y'all history. And I think we went pretty much in depth of everything that where y'all started from, how y'all started, and changing different things like that. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. So next time y'all have a gig, let me know because I want to go check y'all out. And next project y'all have, just let me know because I do want to check it out. I want to hear want to hear the. But I'm gonna YouTube because I'm always on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna pay for premium either. I'll skip the commercial. I'll wait a couple seconds, but I'm not paying.
I didn't even monetize them, so I don't know why they're getting commercials for the video. Yeah, I'm not sure what YouTube is doing, but
They do whatever they want to, honestly.
Yeah.
Sucks we have some.
I think they just put ads on everything now.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a good thing you have your website because they have. Well, you have linked to YouTube too.
Yeah, but I'll post them on Facebook soon. So.
Straight. Yeah, just whatever y'all can. But yeah, I'm not buying premium. I'm still gonna look y'all
YouTube is
new
like
songs.
he doesn't want to pay for premium. Let me put in 2 ads.
You know what I've done before?
He skips the skip ads.
You know what's
I'll
funny?
play the whole thing.
Okay, so you know how sometimes they offer like a month free?
Yeah.
So I've done it before a few times. No, one time. And then I thought it was gonna be just that one time. And then they came back again. 1 month free. I'm about to just every 3 months I'll be like free. Like a couple days before, take it off, and I will. I remember, and then I'll do it again. Wait, skip another 3 months. I swear they've done it again. And like 1 free month, I'm like, bro, I'm about to use you up. And it's nice. Don't get me wrong. YouTube with the premium, it's really nice because it does get annoying after the commercials. Yeah. But I'm not paying them for premium. Yeah. I think I'm gonna work. You hear me? I know you're hearing me. I'm gonna work you. Anyways, well, again, I do appreciate y'all. Social media.
Yeah, Los Gran Reyes on Facebook, Instagram, just Los Gran Reyes. What else are we on? TikTok now. We're making TikToks.
It's the wave. It's the wave. Hey, make sure you follow me.
We just gotta get more active on it.
Hey, I posted a Selena because I went to a car club in a car show in San Antonio, and they had the Selena car from the movie.
Oh, nice.
Because the real event for the car pulling the car pulling the bus didn't happen according to AB, right? Yeah. But in the movie they did. It's a Hollywood thing. Yeah. Anyways, that car was in the car show, and 3 years ago, I think 3 or 4 years ago, I did a video on it, and I put it on TikTok, just like, hey, I ran into the car. I kind of misled people. My bad if y'all got me on TikTok. I said that one time I ran into the car that pulled the bus of Selena. But I didn't say it was for real or not. And it was that car. Yeah. And it was from Hollywood. But people were like, oh, that says a film car. People be really looking at the videos. I'm like, yeah, that is the car that from the movie. 15,000 views right now, bro. 15,000 views on the little video on mine. 200 followers. Shout out to my TikTok followers. Yeah. This one little thing will take you to the next. You know what I mean? That's crazy. And TikTok is the wave right now. Yeah, it really is, still is. Yeah, y'all definitely. Good luck with that. Y'all get y'all before you know it. You know, who knows, bro? It'll be. I watched this guy do a video the other day on TikTok. He said in 1 year, it changed his whole life. Like in one TikTok video. I'm not saying because I'm not the creative type. I just post retarded stuff, and I know I'm not gonna create a niche of people that follow me like that. Yeah. But it's crazy for him. His niche in 1 year, it changed his whole entire life. You know. Yeah. And before y'all know it, Argentina.
Yeah, that's where we're trying to go.
Mexico? Oh,
Mexico.
Yeah. Y'all gonna go.
Yeah, so we are gonna go. Yeah.
All right. Well, again, this is another episode of the Global Latin Factor podcast. Remember, we are just like you. We're just the spice in this global melting pot that it is the world. We'll see you again on the next episode. Until next time. See ya. Thank you.